What is the point of all this, of demonic oppression, obsession, and possession? What's the devil trying to do? Is he trying to make you do bad things in the world? Or I should say, Satan and the devils, are they trying to make you do bad things in the world? Are they trying to get you to die? Are they trying to get you to die in a state of mortal sin so that you too occupy hell so they're not quite so lonely? What's the point of all this?
Certainly the big picture to get people's souls to hell. That's always the big picture for the devil. St. Thomas Aquinas would say his first sin had to be pride in some way. Second one would be envy. Okay, if I'm not any longer in heaven, I don't want these creatures to be either. So the big picture would always be get people to hell. Mm-hmm. If that's the grand strategy, I think they might use that in military. The tactic, you'll get different answers to that, I think. I absolutely believe, in addition to whatever kind of weird pleasure, it's kind of weird to say because there's a devil, is he happy then? He's never happy, so it's hard to say even what that even means, what kind of pleasure he gets in tormenting people, why he wants to do it. Distraction, I think it is hugely, he's distracting. We could talk, as you could talk to any Catholic, about what is going on in our society, and there's the real evil, not that possession isn't, but just to try to distract, and doing this other, one exorcist said that, when you do an exorcism, it's not unusual to have lights flicker or objects move or whatever. He called it cheap parlor tricks. He said it's a distraction. Well, I think the whole possession thing and this dramatic thing is distraction. I mean, look, the conversation could take a whole other
please feel free to jump around. That's the beauty of the podcast.
I mean, look, we've got I want to word things, politely because, whoever's listening, but look what is being pushed in grade schools to children, what is trying to be pushed. So if I'm the devil, I want that happening. And if I can distract by possessing a person, oh, good. Here I am over here possessing one person. You've got a ritual to drive me out and we can take care of that. Never mind what you're seeing there, which is affecting whole schools full and trying to shove down a whole country of hundreds of millions of people. Never mind that. Look at this one person I've possessed. Wow, isn't this wild? In my mind, it is just distraction. The dramatic things of the devil, I think, just distraction from the widespread attack on the faith. And if I sound like conspiracy theorist, I'm the exact opposite. I feel like all this stuff is right in our face.
Plus, you're a trained skeptic.
That's an interesting. Exorcists told me exorcists need to be trained as skeptics. Not that you don't believe this person is possessed, but I don't know. I need to see evidence. I'm not going to jump to that. I'm not going to believe he's not possessed. Let's get the whole picture here, before we jump to conclusion. Sure. But that I just feel like everything in our society is right shoved in our face. The evil is the evil things. We can look at the attacks on the. Look at Genesis. The devil tempted Eve, but since then he's just gone on from there. God created the heavens and earth. You can't teach that in a public school. You can't teach that. Oh, he created male and female. Can't teach that anymore, that there's male and female. Be fruitful and multiply. Whoa, you can't go saying that contraception is wrong. Wow, just right down the line of what God did at the beginning, and all of that is banned from most of our children. All the children going to public schools. My dad was a public school teacher, so it's not just bashing public schools. That's my dad's career. Anyway, wow. So the possession and exorcism, in my mind, it's real and horrible for the person, but the big picture, I think he's distracting, trying to distract, get as many people as he can to pay attention to that. Whether he's succeeding, I don't know.
So if the demons are in hell and they're given their quarterly reports for all the evil that they've done in the world, they're not necessarily bragging about how many individuals they possess, you don't think, but look at the society that we're turning away from God, maybe.
That was my goal, wouldn't you?
Right.
Someone called once about at night the blankets be pulled off the bed and it's not me doing it, and during the daytime sometimes I'll feel brushing against me and I don't see anything. I think it's the devil. I said, well, I don't know, it was a phone call. You can't get as much as in a person-to-person conversation. You ask things about mental health and that. At the end, you just say, really? You know what? And this was true. The other priest who I lived with at the time had just gotten a dog. Said, a 6-month-old dachshund can pull the blankets off, which he does, and brush up against me, which he does. And here's Lucifer, I will be like God, Satan, and that's all he's got. If that's all he's got, then don't worry about him. And I wasn't mocking the person at all. I was saying, okay, presume for now the devil does. Ignore it the best you can, and then you go through, what's your spiritual life like? Say your prayers. Any moral things you're doing that you know you shouldn't be doing? Okay, let's talk about that. And get those things out of your life, and that can have some effect. But as far as these little, again, just cheap tricks, carnival, what the exorcist told me, parlor tricks, ignore those the best you can. If that's the best he's got, a 6-month-old dog can do that. He's trying to distract and worry you and pay less attention. The less attention you pay, the better.